So hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing something different. That's why the camera angle and the setup is a little bit different. Instead of doing a magic review, I thought it'd be interesting to share with you what I take with me when I go to my gigs. So you can ask me a review of some of the products that I always use, or we can discuss what you use. And if you like the video, comment, let's try and interact together. And if you like this type of video, I could do close-up table hopping setup of what I carry with me, so you guys have an idea over there of what I do and what I perform, and you can ask me for some reviews. So this is more of like presenting to you what I'm doing, and if something interests you, you can always ask me for a review. It will be my pleasure to do it. So I'll try to go through this quick. And the first thing that I carry with me, which is probably one of my favorite effects of the past decade, is The Gift by Angelo Carbone, I believe it is. I do this every opportunity I get. I love this trick. It's one of the best tricks that I own. It's an amazing trick. Basically, the spectator stops at any card and you have a prediction of that exact card in the box, and they could stop anywhere. They deal the cards, they do everything, you do nothing. So this is one of my favorite effects, and I always have it with me. The second thing is, I'm not going to talk about it because there's already a review on my channel. You could check it out. It's TSA by Adam Wilbur. I always have this with me. I always perform it at my parlour/stage shows, and I already talked about it extensively, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore because you guys already know what's up with TSA. So I also have some cube magic. So I have Perfect Square. I forgot who the creators are, but I think it's Dumas. I always have this as basically a matching cube effect. So you match a cube behind your back, the spectator matches a cube behind your back, and without any movement or funny moves, you show that both cubes are exactly matching. This is a really good effect. I bought it because it was in the cheaper side on the market, and I'm definitely not disappointed with what I got. I got it from Theory 11 because it comes with some additional instructions, some little additional tweaks to it, and it comes with the cubes and everything you have to do to make the trick work. So that's why I bought it there, so you can take a look at that as well. Then I perform well, I can't really show you the gimmick, but I'll talk about it. So basically it's Priceless by, I think I could show you this. It's Priceless by Richard Sanders. It's an amazing effect. Basically, you ask a person to name any price of how much they think your shirt, your coat, your whatever you want cost, and you tell them that you still have the security tag on, and when they go take a look, it's the exact matching number that they just randomly called out is on the price tag. So that's an amazing effect that I always do. It's the way that I start my show. Basically, I test the mood. I see if people are interactive, if they're active, if they want to participate. So I get kind of a feel of the audience, and it's also, it requires a few techniques, so it gets me warmed up with how I want to perform. Then I have this here. It's an effect from the book Your Mind is My Playground. I believe is the second book from Vincent Hedon, and it's a brilliant effect that I always perform at my stage parlor. Basically, you give the ball to the spectator, they throw it around, they name a suit, a color, etc., until they end up on one single card that they thought of collectively, and you're always gonna have that card on you. So that's an amazing prediction effect. I absolutely love it. So it's great, and it's definitely worth checking out the book as well because it's full of great tricks, but this is just the one that I find is the most fitting for myself. Then I have here something else which is linked with the big dictionary that you may have seen in my case, and this is Wordsmith by Francis Minotti, if I'm not mistaken. This is basically like a Scrabble game. One spectator from the audience flicks through the book, they stop, they put randomly a circle inside of the book, you close the book. While they do that, 7 other spectators take out tiles from the bag and they give you the tiles and you make up a word with the tiles that they give you, and surprisingly, from the tiles that they gave you, you can make one single word, and that's the exact word that was put inside of the dictionary by the other spectator. It's a great effect, super easy to do, and people really enjoy it. You know, they see it more as a game at the beginning, so there's not much expectation, but then when you get towards the end, you know, it really packs a punch. Then what I have is Collared 2.0 by John Archer. This is basically, you have spectators give a name to your plushie. You know, you have, this is like a 5-6 minute routine. You have interactions with them, you make some jokes, you know, and through all that they end up giving a name for the puppy. And after all this, you know, they notice that from the beginning the puppy had his collar on, and on the collar is the exact name that they made up all together. So that's another thing that I perform. After that, I have something else here from John Archer again. So I like his type of magic. It's Blank Night. So that's basically an effect where you have 5 envelopes with each written something on it, and you tell them you have one real bill in one of the envelopes, and the other ones, it fell graciously to me. I put 100 fake Monopoly bills. You know, sometimes I put my signature or something funny on the back, and I tell them, you know, to keep it as a gift. So it's basically, you know, you get them involved, you know, they're gonna want to win $100. So I always perform this, and in the end, no matter which envelope they choose, no matter what, you're always gonna end up with your money. And it's a great trick, you know, it's really funny, it's engaging, it has a story to it, it gets people involved, you know, people want to win. Last time that I performed it, you know, there were some shyer people in the audience, and the moment I started doing this trick, you know, they really got animated, they got excited, you know, I made it kind of like a game show, and they really got into it. So it's a great trick with a great effect. So these are my big kind of pieces that I perform at any shows, but I also have some extras with me all the time. So I'm gonna get into those right now. So these I keep in the upper pocket, so right here. So basically I have a Sven pad with a prediction in it, and I do kind of an impossible type prediction effect with this Sven pad. This also always performing it. Then I have here another effect that I really love, and it's not set up, so it's a little bit messy, but it's Socks by Michel Huot, and it's basically a matching sock effect. I absolutely love this effect. I wanted to do a review on it, so if you guys are interested, just tell me and I'll definitely do a review on it. Basically, you have a deck of matching socks, and you show that there's no pairs together. The spectator just says stop, you put a pair to the side, you continue to show that none of the pair match, and then surprisingly you tell them, would you be surprised if the pair matches? It does not, because it doesn't match as a perfect pair on the cards, but they predicted the exact socks you have on your feet. And there's also a kicker to the routine. You can look it up, it's everywhere. But I mostly just perform the core effect. I don't do the extra kicker. Sometimes I do it when it's more close up, but when it's on stage or something, I prefer to just end up with the big picture that everyone gets to see, rather than going to, you know, a picture that only a few people get to see. So that's definitely something that I do and I enjoy doing. It's super fun. Then I have here a lottery ticket. This is for Illusionist came out with so many apps recently. It's not Tempest, it's the one they put out before. I really forgot the name. A Cypher, there you go. So it's for the Cypher effect. I use it with a lotto prediction. So I go to the tables or ask people to pass around my phone, enter digits all together, and then when the last person clicks equal, they just form the exact number that's on the lotto ticket that I had given to them even before performing the effect or before the show started. So yeah, and the last thing that I perform is the Great Gatsby book test. This is the one from Theory 11. I believe I'm not going to be wrong in saying this, but I do think that the Theory 11 edition comes with an extra thing you can do compared to other editions. So you have an extra step that you can do to the trick. So you not only do the classic book prediction, but they open the page to a book, they look at one word, and you're able to guess what the word is. And I believe only Theory 11 have that included in the book. Maybe now, because this has been like, mostly 2 years old, maybe they updated it in other versions. But as far as I'm concerned, at the moment I bought it, Theory 11 were the only ones that offered that to the clients. So apart from this, I also carry around with me a deck of cards in case, there's something I want to do with a deck of cards. But I don't have it with me now because I took it out to use it to practice some other effects. But in essence, this is what I do at all my shows that are for parlor stage. This usually takes me around 1 hour of performance. So, and that's usually what it takes for, a parlor show. You're not going to stay there for 2 hours. It's usually 1 hour. So this is all the material I bring to me to give a 1 hour parlor or stage show. There are some other effects sometimes that I add in or take out. For example, there's one by Vinny Grosso. It's kind of a one-ahead principle that I really like to perform. Or there's a few routines by Peter Turner that I like to perform from his book Bigger Fish 2. But yeah, essentially this is what I'm gonna do almost all the time. And sometimes, if it's gonna be a much bigger show, I'm probably gonna, swap stocks for something bigger. For example, if it's something more casual, I may take out, the big thing where you need a lot of spectators like Wordsmith and include something that's smaller. But essentially, this is what I perform for my effect. I hope you enjoy. This is something that, when I was, starting off in magic or younger, I was always interested in knowing what other magicians perform, so I can get an idea of what's good, what's not. So this is what I do. So, I described every single effect, gave you every creator. So, if one of them interests you and for me making a review, just tell me. I'll get it up as fast as I can. So yeah, just tell me in the comments. I hope you enjoyed, and leave a like. And also, as I mentioned before, if you'd be interested in me talking about my close-up table hopping type effects that I carry with me in my briefcase, just tell me. I'll be happy to do one, and I would look forward to do it. Maybe I'm gonna do it even if you guys don't request, just so you guys have some more idea of what I do, and maybe something's gonna strike you for a review. But thank you for watching. Have a great day, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.